We're at week 4 of the 30-day weight loss challenge. I don't know, it could be just me that's on the weight loss challenge, but it's also about low calorie density foods and eating whole foods and plant-based that is between the fasts so we don't feel so hungry all the time. This is my experiment, so keep watching as I will give you my results at the end of the video. Okay, if you haven't watched the series of the 30-day weight loss challenge, I hope that you do. The first week, way back when, it feels like such a long time ago. I think you should check out the first week of the weight loss challenge, and it kind of gives you a breakdown of what I'm trying to accomplish. I was tweaking my meal plan and what I do on a daily basis in between my fasting. Everyone knows I do basically OMAD, which is giving myself a tighter window to eat. Intermittent fasting as such, 22 hours, and I have a 2-hour eating window. My goal has been to actually move up to eating 2 meals in a day. I know that sounds like, yeah, big whoopee, but for me, it's a big deal. I just find that I haven't been so hungry that I'm ready to actually add in the extra meal before dinner, like lunch. I'm thinking about it, but I'm also having a fear that I might go overboard. The thing is about low calorie density foods, which is plant-based, is that you can eat abundance of it and not gain weight and really lose weight in a maximum way. I really enjoy learning the new recipes that I have incorporated into my weekly meal plan. I hope that you guys are taking the time to do that for yourself. In the new year, we certainly want to be healthy as we possibly can be, and during the season, especially of what we're going through, you know what I'm talking about, right? Keeping the immune system strong and keeping ourselves healthy and from any ailments, I certainly was working on as I continue on this journey of living a healthy lifestyle. I know it was holidays in the last 2 weeks, and so you guys already know from past videos that I have indulged in sugar, and I've also eaten some meat during the holidays. I'm really a meat eater, but I have been challenging myself for these 30 days not to eat meat, not to eat cheese, and not to cook with oils. And yes, it's been a challenge, but I really love what it means and how it makes me feel. And I've really been doing great. So I will say 90% of the time of the 4 weeks, I have been doing exactly what I set up for myself in this challenge of eating low calorie density meals. Yes, that's plant-based mainly, but I do eat fish and I do have a little bit of meat, and that's usually comes out to 1 time a week. I did find out that salmon is less than 700 calories per pound. And of course, I'm not eating a pound of salmon. It is at the lower end of the calorie density chart, and that excites me so much because I feel like I really enjoy fish every once in a while, and I also enjoy meat every once in a while. Although I've always been a plant-based eater. What has changed is that I'm trying new recipes, adding in different types of vegetables and starches because I was afraid that I would gain weight if I was eating too much on the carb side. If you're preparing the meals in this way and you're trying to lose weight, in my case, yes, I'm trying to lose weight, about 6 to 8 pounds. I really didn't want to stress myself out more when I'm already under a certain amount of stress, and I didn't want to always have to do an extended fast every time I felt like I was 5 or 6 pounds over my goal weight. I think it's something that is a personal choice. What I ate in the final 2 weeks, at least up until now, and I learned a couple of recipes, and I try to share that on Instagram as well. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do, because I like to give some photos and maybe a couple videos there of what I'm doing and share the recipes as well. My basic go-to meal is brown rice and adding in extra veggies like broccoli with cherry tomatoes. And the exciting thing about that is that I'm learning how to flavor better. I'm adding in coconut amino sauces, and it's so delightful on your broccoli, and it's hardly any calories, maybe 10. I just figured I can utilize that when I feel like my food might be a little too bland. So my potato fries and veggies. I always love potatoes, and so with this dish I can be very creative here. And so instead of steaming my vegetables, I have been roasting them in the oven. I've been adding on those extra flavors. As you can see here, that it is a delightful, colorful type of plate, and it's very fulfilling and satiating, and oh, mwah, I love it. It's great. And so you can eat abundance of that. And that I've been eating 2, maybe 3 servings in one sitting. And to me, that feels like I already had 2 or 3 meals in a day, because I just happened to eat it in a 2-hour eating window. I've eaten veggie pasta twice. Now, that was another thing I was always afraid of, is eating pasta and gain weight. You know, that is no bueno. And so with the veggie pasta, it's a whole grain pasta, and that's the key, because it's a low calorie density food. And if you try that and put in the vegetables that way, it's just delightful. And of course, more flavors, more spices, and you know what, it just makes everything so good. And I look forward to eating that one meal and getting seconds most likely. So what have I learned from all of this? And what's the point of this, Reggie? The point is, I've learned new recipes. 1, I learned how to make my own plant-based cheese sauce, because I was still craving cheese. And now there was one time that I did have cheese, sue me. Yes, I'm not gonna completely give it up, but 90% of the time I have not eaten the cheese. And so this cheese sauce I put on to my broccoli, I'm telling you, and even the potatoes. You can add in salsa to make it like a queso dip. It's basically just potatoes, carrots, nutritional yeast, and salt and pepper, basically. I think that was it that I put in there, and then maybe some onion powder, garlic powder as well. Perfect. And it's just a nice way to find those food swaps that you may be craving for, and not necessarily need a lot of it, but it was still vegetables. I found out that wet starches is what it's all about when I am filling my plate. Wet starches are potatoes, the rice, or even some forms of pasta, but it doesn't really give you the high water content type of food that you're looking for. My go-to is to stick to the potatoes and the brown rice, and that is working for me. Now you can add in a bean with it, which is always good, to add in some kind of legumes, and add in your non-starchy vegetables. So I'm just finding how to mix and match, and what I like to call pairing my plant-based plate. So many fabulous tastes. It's just yummy, and I'm so excited to be able to discover this. And I thank all the people, especially my coach, that has shown me the way that you can have a variety of different types of dishes that you'll never run out of things to try. That is very important to me. At the same time, I know I'm a creature of habit. I like to just have the same foods over and over, and that's okay. But one week I felt like, I'm gonna try different items every day, and I did that. And then the next week I ate the same dish for 4 days that week. I couldn't get enough, and I just wasn't tired of it. Will I continue on this trek? Yes, I will continue having mostly plant-based foods, not necessarily giving up my fish. I don't like putting labels on myself, and I'm not going to do that. The one label I will call myself is I'm a minimalist, 1. 2, I'm a mindful eater. And I think being mindful of what I eat and what my body's asking for and need when it comes to vitamins and minerals, then that's what I'm going to do. And it looks like it's coming out to about 90% plant-based, give or take a week or here or there. Now, let's get to the results of what happened to me over this month. So the first week was exciting because I lost 4.5 pounds. I thought, wow, this is it. This is what I want to do. But as we creeped into the holidays, I was eating off plan a couple of times and eating more sugar than I really intended to do. And so I gained back 3 pounds in that whole 2-week arena. I'm back to losing a couple of pounds this last week. So basically it just looks like I've only lost 1.5 pounds. But total for the month, I lost 5.5 pounds. I know that I've been up and down, and that's okay because I felt great even though I was fluctuating a little bit. And really, we fluctuate at least 5 pounds, 3 to 5 pounds easy. I may have been holding water. I may have been a little constipated at times. I know that I can lose 1 pound a day if I stuck strictly to my low calorie density plan. And so I'm going to continue on doing that so I can get the maximum weight loss that I'm looking for. It's in a nice slow pace, but at the same time, it really isn't. Because I eat OMAD and sometimes 2MAD, it is dropping the pounds, average about 4 pounds a week. And that's huge. Really, the average person that's eating 3 meals a day would most likely lose 1 pound, 1.5 pounds a week. And that's still great because that's about 5 pounds in a month. So, and that's how it evened out for me in the month. It came out to about 5.5 pounds. So I'm back on track, and I hope you guys are too in this new year. The question is, are you going to continue on your low calorie density program that we laid out here in the last 30 days, or just extend the challenge to yourself for weight loss in general? Bottom line, this is about adding vegetables and starchy vegetables to whatever you're doing right now, adding it into your regular meal plan, because that's the best way of getting a lot of vitamins and nourishment to your body at the same time. I thank you so much for watching, and again, don't forget that caregiving begins with you. Talk to you later.